Yeah, but at the start, we
Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Arydia, the paths we dare tread. And I realized I should have taken a sip of water before, but while the video was playing. But here we are. We are back with Arydia. This is apparently episode 20. And we are going to be heading to the Uplands today, but I realized there was one thing I wanted to do before we head there. So, near the end of last session, we ran into the cleric for the first time ever. And based on the fact that he's like NPC 1, I'm pretty sure the game expected us to run into him a little bit sooner. Running into him replaced the small tile in Keepwick outskirts that was his residence. So I think we're going to head there and talk to this person. And see what he has to say now. I don't believe we've gone and talked to him yet. I'm curious. Do we have anything that anybody wants? Like this bloodroot I deal with all manner of remedials might go to the cleric, you know? Jacket Medallion, Liaku the Dryad. What else do we got? Lone Gravestone, we know where that is. Outcropping of White Stones, we don't know where that is. I would like to find out at some point. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Not pathfinding. That is not a key item that requires any input from me. Okay. So yeah, maybe the remedials thing. So we're gonna start moving. This is a fresh, brand new day. I believe. Yeah, the travel deck was just shuffled, so it's gotta be a new day, right? We're all healed up. Overlay looks like it's up to date. So let's do this. We're gonna travel along this road. Kabam. Nearby voice. You think you hear someone calling, but it's very far away. Discard this and draw again. Alright, we get that one a lot. Your spirits are high as you travel along on this road path. Yay. And I put some thought into, do I want to try and encounter the Caro now? But they did say it's really high level. Or at least really tough. So I don't know. I'm nervous about fighting it. So we're gonna take this road path and avoid the grasslands. Luck of the road. Choose one. Either refill one marker on a knapsack. All of ours are full. Refresh the morale travel token. Already full. Or gain 1k. I guess we gain 1k. And then index this card. Goodbye, luck of the road. I had to roll a natural 20 to get you, and you're already gone. This is travel 77, which is somewhere. There we go. Okay, and then we continue along the road. Oh no, the journey is difficult and your spirits sag. We can either lose our token, which I'm going to do, or pay a speed each. So I'm just going to do it because we're not exploring anything yet, and we have time. Take the road path. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Oh no. I am going to talk to the merchant See if there's anything else we can afford, because the key items he sells are kind of interesting. I'm not going to get all the tiles and anything, I just have the point of interest here. So we already did the blood route. We can buy the vertical leap potion for 4k. We have a total of 12. We could buy the archaeologist hat, which gives a guaranteed boost to your charisma. Interesting. I noticed it did not say that anyone else is going to want this hat. I don't really want to spend all of my money on this one item, so we're going to spend 4 on a vertical leap potion. An oddity, this potion supposedly lets you jump over 30 feet vertically. One use. Gain key item 105. Okay, key item 105 it is. And pay 4k. Key item 105. Almost there. There we go. Vertical Leap Potion. This potion says it contains enough energy to make the drinker jump over 30 feet vertically. Keep this in your party inventory until you find a card with the exact text, jump 32 feet vertically. I don't think we've ever seen that. I'm going to do a quick check of my notes, and by my notes I mean the box. I'm going to read the... There's the NPC who's like... who is she? The girl near the Brit... Oh, that's not No's kid. Hold on. The girl outside of Eastgate, who's kind of... snotty. I don't see her. Huh. I could go find the tile for it. I just was hoping to not. Ooh, it is quite warm in here. Oh, there she is. Briar the Prim. Yep. No dice. Okay. So that's all we're going to do there. We're going to continue traveling and see how we go. You're so hungry, you need to take a break and eat some food. Okay, alright. So we're each going to spend a speed. Because our token is currently exhausted and I don't want to get the whole exhausted card in the threat deck. That would be pretty bad. And we get 2 Keepwick outskirts, which we're going to enter. And this is Big 6. Biggest sixes. So on Big 6, we have a tile. But I'm going to have to open my outside door. It is very warm in here. Here we are. Oops. And we want to go to small 11, this one right here, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So, small 11. Is our new tile. We just switched it to its B side. An elf is here pacing back and forth while a cloaked Slyn sits at his desk reading a tome. How does this... like that. So we have Clendence, POI 28. Let's go investigate that one first. I don't know if it's different from what it was in the past. Nope, still just the odd home. Okay, let us talk to NPC 1. I'm not going to go talk to Clendence. I don't like that guy. I was half expecting him to just not be here. And for NPC 1 to just be dead. Okay. An old cleric sits at his desk poring over scrolls and tomes. As you approach, he looks up with a kindly smile on his face. Welcome to my home. Thank you once again for finding my missing medicine. Are you in need of any healing? Let's talk about this medicine. I do find it strange, the medicine being used to provoke the wildlife into a frenzy. I do hope the thief thinks better of such actions in the future. Sorry, he's supposed to be missing his teeth. Thief. Oh, I wish I had a better description. I assume she was an exile, based on her garb. Other than that, she had purple eyes, and that's all I know. Do we know anyone with purple eyes? I don't recall... Lyria's description. Yeah, I don't know if I know anyone with purple eyes. Okay, he could heal us if we wanted healing. We don't need healing, so we're just gonna leave. So that wasn't super useful. We're back to the world map. And we're gonna go to the coast and head to the uplands now. You pass this way easily. And then road path. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. And then plain path. You pass this way easily. And then road path. It's when you get to this stage of the game, drawing a card between every single tile, like it goes quick, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's a little monotonous, you know? Dark wings. High above the grasslands, you see the silhouette of some large winged creature making slow circles. Discard this and draw again. Oh, you see someone hunched by the side of the road. You may draw NPC 136 or discard this and draw again. Let's draw NPC 136. I like interesting encounters. Have we already met this person? We may have already met this person. NPC 136 is the one-eyed beggar. An old one-eyed man is sitting here beside the road, a wooden cup in his hand. Spare a coin for an old man down on his luck? Yes, we give him a coin. Oh my, blessings of Akatosh upon thee. Oh, blessings be on you, generous traveler. Thank you. Add travel 77 to the bottom of the travel discard pile and index this card again. So hey, we get travel 77 again. I'm not too worried about seeing what it does, because I know what it does. Alright. We are in Fellshorn Village, and we can now do this water path to get to the Uplands. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. The Uplands. Well, wait a minute. What does our treasure map look like? Oh, look at that. Okay. So, treasure map looks like this. And to me, that looks quite a bit like this. This area right here. So the treasure is going to be probably right there. And that is what I want. Let's go get a treasure. Let's all get us a treasure. Or presumably a treasure. First, though, we need to refresh our travel tokens, otherwise we cannot actually go any further. So I'm going to pay a pathfinding token from Rix to refresh all of our travel tokens. And then keep on keeping on. Yeah. So the best way to get to there, do you think? Do we go by water and just go around this way, or do we get onto land because we might run into a town? I do see what look like might be roads leading through here. Yeah, let's go on the water path. Let's see what happens. You pass this way easily. Yay. Boop. Boop. We have birth. Oh, there's a guild location here. Interesting. So I guess we chose correctly. So it's big 28 and POI 40. So let's do big 28 first. Do 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 do. Big 28. Here we go. Okay. Kind of as I would expect, NPC 161 and NPC 0, the two people from the original exile camp, are also here. I guess technically we're entering like this. Well, I think the first thing we want to do... Ooh, there's a tile here and a tile here. Let's go talk to the ladies. NPC 0. Actually, he probably has nothing new to tell us. Yeah. Never mind. He has nothing new to tell us. I don't know when he's going to have new stuff. Let's go up the spiral stairs. Long 43. 43, that's quite the jump. Sandcastle. You follow the steps down into the ruins below the sand. Oh, okay. I thought those went up, but it goes down. Other exiles are down here working to set up a makeshift camp and galley. Your mouth waters at the smell of something cooking over the fire. So I'm going to put it like this, so that it fits. It mostly fits. It's not actually supposed to. That's what the stairs mean, is a different zone. NPC 62. Ooh, that's new. Hello, new NPC. You weren't in the previous camp. Clack the Exile. It's a human woman. She's jovial, and she likes to gesticulate. I know that type. An old woman is here, checking the contents of her knapsack and consulting a map. Oh, always nice to meet the competition. How is your hunt going? Have you gotten many squills yet? What do you mean, competition? Yeah, I say competition, but really I'm not here to earn a pardon. Does that surprise you? Oh, I'm just here to stay out of trouble and keep these old bones from growing stiff. Okay, well, we have gotten several squills. We have like 8. Come on, carve them up. How many people have you helped so far, eh? Oh. Do you have 10 or more squills? No. Well, keep at it. I'm sure you'll get more. I was feeling so good about myself, and then that happened. Speaking of squills, I wanted to bring something up. I was theory crafting, or theorizing, or whatever, 2 weeks ago? I was thinking the blonde-haired man, who I'm pretty sure is Clendon's, wanted the squills from people because they were part of like the royal heritage or something. I don't remember. But then I remembered because I looked at the conversation. We had talked to the ghost before, and she mentioned that there was enchantment on the squills, where if you try to take them from other exiles, they turn to ash. So that's what's been happening. We found several piles of ash. Somebody has been trying to take squills from other people. And it could be... Like, I'm still kind of in the camp of it's Clendence trying to take people's squills. For some reason, and the reason might be just to win the competition and be not exiled anymore, but I think that he might be related to / is one of the magi who imprisoned the queen in stone in the first place. They say they made a statue of her, but the statue's so sad it's crying. I think they imprisoned her. I think he's trying to cover this up. You know, some sort of coup or something. So, we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if I'm at all correct. Let's keep going. We go back upstairs. Boom, 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 boom. And then we go to long 29 over here. Do, 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 do. Super Ninja Boys, anyone? Along the shore, you meander up the sandy beach, watching the rhythmic movement of the water lapping upon the sand. Are you really going to have me do the longest path ever? Okay, hold on. So, this connects here. For camera purposes, I'm going to take this out of the way and go boop. We are here. And then because it continues for who knows what reason, we're going to go like this and go to long 32. This feels like the game might be trolling me a little bit. Just like, are you sure you want to keep going to the end of the beach? There's nothing there. There, you did it. You made it to the end. Are you happy? There's literally nothing. Rocky cliffside. You follow the shore all the way to a rocky cliff. Gulls wheel and cry above you as you look out toward the deeper water. Okay, how does this connect? Ah, okay. This goes down here, and we connect like this, and there is, in fact, a point of interest right here. 25. 25. There it is. Snowbank. $75. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. 75. Rocky Cape, that makes more sense. You're standing on the shoreline at the base of a rocky cliff that extends out into deep water. Waves gently lap against the sandy beach. There's a hollow slapping sound coming from further out. Let's look at this cliff. It looks cool. Craning your neck, you gaze up at the rocky cliffs. Far above, you can see gulls wheeling and nesting in the crevices as the sun beats down. Crevasses. Alright, let's look at the beach. Waves lap the sand, leaving outlines as they recede. You notice each successive wave pulls out more than the last. You wonder how long you'd have to wait for low tide. I don't know. Sound. The wet thumping seems to be coming from a cavity you see in the cliff. It looks too deep and far out to reach. What if we wait for low tide? You sit down on the beach, watching the waves and waiting for the tide to go out. After a little while, you doze off. You wake up to find... Alright, flip long 32 to the B side. That's the one that I'm on. And banish this card. Alright. Oh, truck outside. Low tide. After waiting for hours, the water slowly recedes, revealing a cliffside cave. Our ambitions paid off. Can you see the cave, sort of? Small 27. I'm prepared to wait all day. Damp cave. You make your way into the damp cave, water still flowing out. Seaweed and barnacles cling to the walls and floor. It smells strongly of low tide. Event 54. Gonna pull stuff back onto camera. Let's go check out this event. Suddenly it becomes high tide again, instantly. I'm going to read that again. 54. Double checking. Oh, right. That's why that card is so dark. Driftwood. You pad through the damp cave looking for anything that might be useful. Nothing catches your eye. All you can see are chunks of driftwood, seaweed, and barnacles clinging to the rocky walls. Just as you're about to give up, you notice that one of the pieces of driftwood seems to have a very unique shape. You walk over, picking it up and removing the seaweed clinging to it. It looks like some kind of crown? Gain key item 30 and banish this card. Key item 30. 30. Driftwood Crown. This is a pathless item usable by any exile. This item grants you the ability below while equipped. Driftwood Defense Reaction. If you can see wood on the map artwork, you can spend a mana when your head is hit to gain 4 block for that attack. That's a lot of block. Frequently asked questions. Wood includes trees, branches, wood houses, barrels, etc. depicted on the map artwork. If you aren't sure if there's wood available to magnetize and defend you, or err on the side of caution, or of using the ability. Whenever this item, Dossier 30, is not equipped, it is considered to be in your inventory. It does not take up inventory space. Okay. So I have to get out Dossier 30. This is a crown made of driftwood that you found at low tide. Putting it on, you notice that you can sense any dead wood that happens to be nearby. If you really focus, you can even draw the wood towards you or push it away, like a magnet. Get item Dossier 30. Keep this card in the party inventory. This item may not be sold. Dossier 30. Okay, I'll do that real quick. I am a little bit surprised there was no mention of, like, time actually does pass, but... So, the question is, do I just give it to Zertle now? Or do I wait until his armor is broken and then use it? Because it gives no defense unless you pay mana. And then it gives a whole lot of defense that doesn't get worn. I think I'm going to wait until I need it. Until my current hat is broke. Which, let's be honest, won't take very long. That is all of the exile camp, so we can go back to the world map. Kind of sounds like my toddler is not at all sleeping, so that's exciting. Road path. You know what's interesting? There's nothing in here that's... Oh, actually, hold on. Let's do the point of interest before we leave. POI 40. There's nothing in here that says, the Caro can't be on this land. So gotta keep watching when I'm traveling. East Guild Camp, the base of operations for the Exiles Guild on the east side of the basin in the Uplands. You take a look at the goods and services on offer. We can rest, we can stash, we can level up to max of 7. Train and retrain. Oh, wait. Is retrain different from train? I think I may have been doing that wrong, but whatever. Exiles Market, add 1 cube to all fully empty potions and knapsacks, or Smithy Apprentice repair 5, but now I have to pay for those services. Okay. Just investigating, seeing what they have to offer there. Okay. Road path. Just ahead, you see a small crowd gathered by the side of the road. You may draw event 203. Of course I do that. You know me. If there's something interesting to do on the road, I'd do it. Even though sometimes it's not good for me. Event 203. Small crowd. A loud cheer comes from the crowd as you approach, but you can't see why. Drawing closer, you see they are gathered around a small table. A halfling is sitting on one side. Anyone dare challenge the arm wrestling king? The crowd pushes you forward, and you find yourself sitting across from a muscular halfling woman. She flexes her tiny arms. Think you can beat me, eh? Show me the wager. We've already done this and failed miserably. So, no. You think I'm out here for fun? Go on, leave. Yeah, we'll index that again. We're good. We're good on that one. New tile. Okay, nothing on the Eldrin Shore. Let's go on this road path. We're making our way to there. Unerringly to there. You pass this way easily. Man, it feels good to explore tiles again. It kind of been in a slump for a little bit. Beetle Hill, and now into the woods. I also realized there's probably a way to go from here or here back to the two unexplored tiles on the other map tile, but meh. You're so hungry, you need to take a break and eat some food. Okay, we'll lose our... No, we'll each pay a speed, because I'm probably going to keep exploring this day. Okay. And here we are, our destination. Harl Springs, medium 25. What is happening here? Alright. Oh, this is the only entrance to this place, too. If we'd gone here, we would not have been able to go over. Alright, medium 25, we are entering the location. Watch as there's just some giant monster here who kills us in one. Level 17 threat. What's so hard about that? Forest Lake. You're standing beside a small forest lake. Lily pads bob and sway on the surface of the water, and a small hut sits upon one just beyond the edge of the lake. Sits upon a lily pad? Oh, okay. You think you see some brightly colored lizards on the far shore, warming themselves in the sunshine. Nothing about an outcropping of white stones yet. Alright. So we're here. We're going to first go check out POI 64. Quiet Lake. You're standing beside a quiet lake. On the far shore, you can see brightly colored lizards. An old tree stump stands on the shore while lily pads float on the placid water. The trail ends abruptly here, going into the thick undergrowth. Let's look at those lizards. Are they the ones from before? There's a small group of them napping in the warm sun. Judging by their tall sails, you think they're kind of salamander. You hope they don't spot you. Salamanders can be dangerous. Yes, they can. They tried to murder us earlier. Lily pads? The lily pads sit here floating in the still water. Below the pads, you see frogs swimming above an outcropping of white stones. Outcropping of white stones, we did it. We did it, team. Alright, once you see outcropping of white stones, draw event 214. Yeah, my toddler is not sleeping. Hooray. I know I bumped it. Alright. White stones. Following the words on the map, you begin to inspect the white stones, starting with the ones on the shore. You flip them over and inspect them. Nothing. With a sigh, you take off your boots and begin to wade into the water. Make a Wisdom 12 check. We're going to have Zertle do this. Got a +4 in Wisdom. Of course, that doesn't help when you roll a 2, which will make a 6. Okay. It's difficult to search as you stir up the mud in the water. You find nothing. Spend 1 speed to try again. I do so. DM, I do that. That's a 1. I'm going to spend 1 more speed to try again. There we go. 14 adjusted. Ridiculous. Oh no, my camera did the thing where it's like, hey, what if I were to zoom out and be extremely blurry for a bit? I'm going to just turn it off and hope that it can figure out its life. Historically, it doesn't actually work. Okay, so 2 things need to happen. First, I'm going to spend a cube from my worn knapsack to put Zertle back up to 2 speed, so I don't have to change my overlay. Then, we're going to keep reading. We succeed. You've inspected almost all the white stones. It took longer than you thought because your feet stirred up the mud on the lake bed, causing the water to cloud up. Finally, beneath one of them, you find a hollowed-out stone sealed with some sort of wax. Taking the stone to shore, you break the wax seal. Inside is a perfectly dry piece of parchment. Gain key item 120 and then banish this card. Guess this is going to be a short stream anyways, because of an equipment failure. What did I say? I said key item 20, right? Oh, 120. That's my bad. Oh. Strange scribbles. You found this parchment in a lake. It was hidden in the hollow of a white stone. It's got clearly like a Rosetta Stone situation, but yeah, I don't think that's ever going to focus again. Wait. Oh my goodness, it focused! Hooray! We can keep going. I am so confused on why it does that. Why are you so zoomed in now? But hopefully I found a solution that will last a long time. Or will be repeatable, you know? Hopefully if I can just turn the camera screen off for long enough, it will work. Okay. It doesn't say to get rid of Urki's map, so I'm going to keep it for now. I'm going to keep this, and I'm wondering, I had a stone tablet. No, that's nothing. Okay. But part of some sort of puzzle. We just haven't found the puzzle yet. I don't think. Okay. Back to the quiet lake point of interest. There's a trail going into the thick undergrowth. Looking more closely at the trail, it appears to have been vacant for some time. You don't see any fresh tracks on it at all. You wonder where the trail leads if you follow it into the bushes. Oh, well, let's try to follow it. You crawl on your hands and knees to discover a small path hidden under the thickets. Flip this to the B side, medium 25. Let's do just that. Okay. Good, they didn't get rid of the hut on this one. Ooh, there's now a connection to medium 26. So we were here looking at the trail. And now we get out medium 26. Okay. Open-mouthed cave. The entrance to the cave was deceptively small. The cave is more of a canopy and opens up to the lake on the east. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you see 2 giant lizards rushing toward you with teeth bared. Oh. It's not what I wanted. Oh no. Okay. We are going to attempt to fight them this time. It's going to be tough. Yeah, these were a tough enemy. So we are here. And I need Foe 72, who murdered me last time. And will probably do so again this time. I do not need my travel deck at the moment. I do need my threat deck, which I'm pretty sure I need to shuffle. So, Foe 72. Yep, it's the giant salamanders who are 2 levels higher than us. Oh boy. A bright green salamander waddles toward you hungrily. Noticing the slime oozing from it, you silently hope it doesn't stain your armor. Oh, this is actually a different type of salamander. They're still a higher level than us. But I think that's just life. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna lose armor as we attack it too. Oh boy. Uh, Rix might be fine. It's Zertle that I'm worried about. That is very zoomed in. There we go. We need the figures for 72. Am I blind? I see 73. I do not see 72. Does it say they use a different figure? Hold, please. Oh. I'm doing one more check. Am I blind? Yeah, I see a 73. I do not see figure 72. Let's do a quick look-see online. Oh my gosh. Hmm. This doesn't seem to be coming up. Yeah. Nobody else seems to have an issue finding figure 72. Oh, 72. Oh, I missed this part. So up here, it says use figure 42. That's on me. Reading the card explains the card. 42 is in the other box. Ta-da! And yes, we have fought a similar creature before. They just attacked in a different way. I suspect we're supposed to find them here first. But, well, maybe not. The other one was a lower level. And game, if we could get a 20 on the loot roll. First of all, if we could win. Second of all, if we could get a 20 on the loot roll this time, that'd be great. Set up all the armor spots, of which there are many. Shuffle my threat deck. I don't need these tokens right now. And these are mob enemies. I do need to replace or reset my threat combo tracker. Combat. Okay. I think we're ready to go. So Zertle is up first. Let's have their turn with armor needs to be. Hold on, please. My armor is not damaged. I forgot to update that at the end of last session. Go, and then we're looking at body, leg, feet, and left hand. And how about you? Yeah, you're also having a little bit of difficulty here. Both hands. Leap or no, hold on. Both arms. Granted, we're going to lose our armor with this fight. Almost guaranteed. These things hit hard. And just eat armor for breakfast. Okay, so let's see what they're doing. They're gaining 1 threat. And hello, camera? What in the world? Nothing but problems, this camera. That's not true. It works really well most of the time. I complain about it a lot, though. I like complaining about it. Yep. Where can I? Let's see if I do this and this. Are they both on camera? Yes, they are. And now can I do this? Mostly. I can mostly do that. If I do this. Good enough. No, I'll leave it off because it is on the overlay. You can see it there. Okay, so now it's Zertle the Cleric's turn. And unfortunately, if I attack them in melee, I just lose a durability on my armor. It's my choice, but it's still a lot. What does this star mean? How does retch work? Hmm. Okay. I don't know what that little... Wait, there was a thing in the manual. I saw this recently. Oh, that just got real blurry. There we go. Combat. I just saw the part in the rulebook where like, hey, the game comes with a wooden squill replica in case you want to hold it or just use it as a display piece. Uh-huh. And then we use it as a puzzle. What the heck does this icon mean, though? Area abilities. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't feel like you need to call it out in that particular way, but whatever. All right. So sorry. I might be delaying because this combat is going to be very difficult. So they do yellow justice to get the die in view, then something bumps it just a little bit and gets that die out of view. So they do yellow and or blue, which means body and head armor will never come up. Which is not great. Not great for Zertle. Riggs would be wonderful at this. Zertle means he gets one shot before he's using up his actually good armor. Alright. Do I just pummel to not take armor damage? I think so. So we're going to minor action move, gain a combo. I'm not even going to mark it because I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and immediately spend that combo to pummel, which means I get to just do 1 damage to the thing next to me, but not actually adjacent to me. Yes, because this is orthogonal adjacency. And I have a couple of choices. I could do a direct hit, I could swipe in from the right, or swipe down from the bottom left. None of those matter on this particular foe. Sorry, swipe up from the bottom left. I think I'm going to hit that one because I might be able to swipe up again with a future pummel. Wait a minute, that is not at all a legal move I just did. So, instead I go 1, 2, 3, 4, which means I spent a speed to go, actually, nope, no. I do an extra move, which lands us at 1 combo after all. Haha. Huh. That is the end of Zertle's turn. It was not amazing. Enemy turn with Rix on deck. They gain 2 threat. That's probably not good for us. Okay, so Rix It's going to basic move to here, 1, 2. And that gains us another combo. And then I'm going to mark this foe. I want to just take one out as fast as possible. And then I'm going to attack with my bow. Basic attack. Yeah, I don't need to use my arrows at all. So let's do this. This is going to be +4. 14 is enough to get 2 hits. I have to come down from above and then get a second hit. So I think what I'm going to do is hit that and that. That way, if I can, with my second attack, which I'm doing right now, if I can get the same or better, I can do a lot of damage. That's an adjusted 18, which again is 2 hits, so we hit the weak points. All adjacent exiles lose 1 durability, and nobody's adjacent. Go here, we go through the critical points, which means we get 2 free hits here and here. And that feels pretty good. And that is Rix's turn. We go to foe turn with Zertal on deck. They gain 1 threat. Oh, shoot. Yes, I will spend 2 mana to do just 2 free hits with Rix. There and there. Yeah. And we're back to Zertal's turn. It's a little awkward that they have so much threat and haven't spent it, because I don't want them to limit break. That's going to be the death of us. Zertal is going to pummel by spending a combo. And you know what? He's going to do that twice, so I'm going to just spend both my combo right now. I don't want to just waste durability on my armor, so the first one is going to go to this one from the bottom left, which means it passes through the critical point, hits here, hits the weak point, nobody's adjacent, so that's fine. Second one has to take off this bit of armor, and then Rix will spend a mana point to direct hit the final one with Mark. That's 1 salamander down. And that is exactly what I wanted to have happen. Zertal now has a basic action, a minor action he can do, and I think he's just going to go 1, 2, 3, and gain a combo. We have defeated one of these monsters, and I think that's the key to success in this game, is to get their numbers down as fast as you can. Which sounds like an obvious thing, but listen. Sometimes it's difficult. Resolve. You remember your cowardice fleeing a previous battle. A resolve as strong as steel rises within you. Active player chooses. All exiles gain 3 health, 3 speed, 3 mana, and banish this card and draw again, or discard this and draw again. This always comes at the most awkward time. I don't think we need to gain those stats right now. Yeah, I'd rather keep that for a more dire situation. So we discard, draw again. They gain 2 more threat, because they're still not activating. And we are in danger territory now, because they are really close to limit breaking, which would break us. Yeah, that feels like something that would break us. Alright, back to Rix. And Rix is going to basic bow attack. And roll a natural 1. No success there. Let's try again. That's an adjusted 14, which hits for 2 based on the bow profile. Now, unfortunately, Rix does not have any free hits this time. So I think what I want to do is hit this armor and this space, which could set Zertle up for a nice pummel to get another critical point down. Yeah. Yeah, should set Rix up nicely. Sorry, Zertle up nicely. And then we have a basic move with with Rix, and I want to retreat such that if the lizard is here, so within range of Zertle, it cannot also be within 2 of me. So I need to go here, right? So if it's here, yeah, it's now range 3 for the Wretch attack. And we gain a combo out of that. And we hope that they don't limit break. Alright, all foes activate. This is the first time they've actually activated this entire combat. They spend 3 threats to do a swipe and a wretch. And my camera just decided to give out again. I'm probably going to have to zoom in again. Oh, no, okay, it's fine. It's fine. So the first one is a swipe. It doesn't have to move to do a swipe. And it can't get any closer to, or it can't get within range of Rix and Zertle for the Wretch. Yeah. So let's resolve a swipe against Zertle, which is a blue die, 4 damage. Whoa, that's a lot of damage on the left arm. Zertle has 2 shield on left arm, and we knock out the durability on that. He takes 2. Oops. Going to 5, and I will mark the left arm as no durability lost, or no durability left. I will not actually mark it as destroyed yet, because I want to see what happens next. Do all the armor at the same time. Wretch. Exile in range 2, loses a durability, and then takes 3 damage, and I believe, I'm going to check real quick. Yeah, any armor in the hit location. So we roll yellow to determine where is hits. That's feet. We put a wear token on the feet. The durability is now gone. So Rix takes the full 3. Not Rix. Zertle takes the full 3. What? Why am I having so much trouble with their names lately? It is rough. Down to 2 health. Just like that. That's why I was afraid of these things. Okay, and with that, let's go bleep blorp. And also, left arm is gone. Could have been worse, though. Could have been so much worse. Okay. That was their turn. Up next is Zertle. Zertle's going to attack, obviously. He's going to do a pummel and then a second pummel, using both of our combo again. And let's see. The first one is going to go from the right, 1 damage to this one. It goes to that critical point, and therefore hits both of these. And that's really the only critical point I can actually take advantage of with a pummel. So I think I'm just going to remove this armor and go from there. And then I have a basic move to get a combo back, so we're down to 1 combo. And what do I do with my basic? I think I just stand still. I go boop boop. Because I don't actually need to go anywhere. I just wanted the combo. Up next is the enemy with Rix on deck. Let's see what happens. They gain 2 threat. Okay. Rix is going to go 1, 2. And gain a combo. And then attack with my bow. There's no way for me to completely wipe this out, even in 2 attacks. So I think I'm going to attack once and then retreat. That is an adjusted 15, which is 2 hits. So let's hit the weak points as much as I can. Yeah, we'll hit the weak points. And then I'm going to, true to my word, retreat. Gaining another combo. And I'm doing this because when they activate... Sorry, I just kind of blew through Rix's turn there. When they activate, if they activate, I don't want the lizard to be able to attack both characters. Hey, they finally activate. So they're going to spend 3, going on a 2 combo. Sorry, 2 threats. And do the exact same set of attacks. So first is a swipe with 4 damage base. That is right shoulder, sorry, on Zertle. Swipe does not remove the armor first, so we put a wear token and block 2 and die. You know what I should have done instead of doing a move just for the combo? I should have put my little balm on myself. Okay. So this is bad. Bleh. I was not paying attention to how low I was. I really should have. I was watching myself die. I was there the whole time. And then it can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And roll a Wretch attack against Rix. That is the legs, so we take a hit on durability. And then we take a second hit on durability to the same location, and block 2, take 1. So instantly through my leg armor and also my feet armor, because they're the same slot. And I take 1. Sorry, that's the wrong. I don't go to 1, I just take 1. Excuse me, brain. Okay. So I need to mark right shoulder as destroyed. And then for Rix, I need to mark feet and legs as destroyed. Boom. Still alive, though. It's Zertle's turn, unfortunately. So Zertle can action surge to stand up. Boop. And then I need to be able to heal myself. So I think what I do... I minor action Balm. I put a cube on myself. At the start of my next turn, I heal for 3 and remove the cube. Then I'm going to Stratagem to gain a combo. Heal myself for 1. And shift a creature up to 2 squares. Boop. That was a free action. Didn't cost me an action. That's good. It is something I can only do once per combat, and I have to pay a mana between combats to refresh it. So there's that. Did I want to move it one more time? The enemy. Did I want to shift it one more square so that I could just basic attack it? Because I do have 1 armor hit that I could just eat for value. But no. I'm just going to spend a combo to pummel. I know only pummel at this point. So we went up to 4 and then back down to 3. Perfect. Overlay is great. With my pummel, I think what I want to do is hit... I'm going to do 2 pummels. There's a second combo. I'm going to hit both locations that are not in a line, in a vertical line. That way Rix can do a bow attack and maybe put in some work here. And that is the end of my actions. We're down to 2 combo. And if they activate, which is pretty likely, at only 2 threat, they only do 1 attack instead of 2. And look, they activate. So they spend 1 threat. Why is this so blurry? There we go. They spend 1 threat, going down to 1. And they do a Wretch attack, which... Oh, shoot. No, okay. Because they need to 1, 2 to there. They cannot also 1, 2, 3, 4. They cannot also hit Rix. It's fine. Yeah. So there's just a yellow die against Zertle. And that's leg armor. So they put a wear on it, and then they actually damage it. But it blocks 2. I only take 1. Oh, well, that's all the health I had anyways. So I fall down again. And now my Gambison, or whatever this is, my tabard, is fully used up. That's funny. Maybe not funny, haha, but funny. So that is body and leg. Armor is now gone. These things seem very, very much so designed to just punish you for wearing armor. But unfortunately, armor is like... It's kind of the only way to stay alive in some of these fights. Oh well. It is Rix's turn. If Rix can do the thing, then we have a chance. Here's hoping. Rix will attack with bow. That's an adjusted 9. That's fine. I hit 1. I'm deciding if I want to spend... Yeah, I'm going to spend an RP point to hit this as well, just in case I roll horribly on my last attack. What I hope is my last attack. I attack one more time. Okay, good. Adjusted 21. Overkill. Kaboom. Do 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 do. We win! We've beaten these lizards. Zertle heals for 3 at the end of combat from the Balm. Unfortunately, our armor is still just toast, but we're not dead. And that's really the most important part. We gain 2 experience apiece, so I'm going to flip one of these 1s into a 3, and that puts it at 10. 10 each. So we are very close to... We're 5 away from leveling up again. I would like to level up again. And then we roll a die, and this is where I'm hoping. Come on, die, please. Sorry, not... Yeah. Give me a 20. Daddy needs new stuff. That's an 18. Off by 2. And this is not one you can adjust in any way. So we get 2k. Wow. We still don't get very much money out of these rewards. Yeah, if I'd gotten a 20, I would have gotten a stone tier pathless item, which I think would have been pretty great. Obviously. Obvious to me. We have a couple of things we can go do. There's... Now that we're out of combat, we have this little hut down here, and we have long 21. Now, my hope is that long 21 leads to loot and not more enemies. So let's go do long 21. You enrage a nest of these lizards, and they all eat you. You die. Quiet path. Back out in the sunlight, the path leads along the lake shore. You pause as a family of wild geese fly overhead, honking loudly on their way home. Looking down the path, there appears to be another cave just ahead. Oh no. So, this goes like this. And there's a cave, which is small 34. Let's open it up. I was really hoping to avoid that lizard fight, let me tell you. Slimy nest. In the northwest corner, you notice a very large outcrop of sticks and twigs held together by what appears to be slime. Oh no, there's a big tile. There's no way the big tile connected to this is not a combat. Alright, we're going to move all this because we are doing a separate zone. This is a long one. POI 65. A giant nest. You're in a small cave. From the opening to the north, you hear a loud rustling. There's a strong smell in the air. Before you is some sort of giant nest. What's the smell? There's a strong, acrid taste to the air. If you had to put a word to it, you'd call it salamandery or salamanderish. Okay. Let's look at this nest. The twigs and branches that make up this nest have been glued together by some sort of translucent slime. There seems to be something white and speckled like an egg beneath a layer of the sticky slime. What's up with this egg? You claw through the slime and pull out the egg, but it's definitely not an egg. It's rectangular and actually some sort of stone? Some sort of tome? Gain key item 180. Okay, we'll do that real quick. We're not going to go investigate the big tile yet. I think we'll save that for another session, because I suspect it's another combat. Maybe even with a bigger lizard. Do they come in bigger? Probably. Probably. We're probably dead. Key item 180, odd notebook. You've discovered an odd-looking notebook. It's covered in a black and white cowhide pattern. Inside are sketches and notes depicting various plants and trees in great detail. Keep this in the party inventory until you find a card with the exact text, detailed sketches and notes of the various plants. Huh. I'm trying to remember what the point of interest was for the cleric's house. It was like odd house or something. Yeah, odd home. Alright, just checking if I've seen this text before. Rustling. Let's just listen. From beyond the cave entrance, you hear something crashing around. It sounds like a large animal walking through the bushes, so yeah, we're not going out there. Good. Good for now, thanks. So we exit the cave. We will come back to this later. We will come back. We exit the cave, and I'm going to go all the way back to the lily pads. And we're going to go to small 35. I'm going to write a note. Harl Springs. Okay. So I need small 35. Boom. The hut is far too small for you to fit. However, you're able to peek your head into the interior. Everything is so tiny, it's like looking into a dollhouse. The floor is made of woven reeds, there's a lily pad table, and a sprite is here looking up at you. Oh, that's adorable. Alright, hold on. So we go like this. And I need NPC 67. I like how they scaled down the text and everything. That's so cute. NPC 67. Viku on Koru is a sprite who's mischievous. She likes to scrunch her nose and she has a tiny voice. You see a delicately small sprite with translucent wings sipping tea out of a tiny teacup. Well, hello there. My, you're awful big, aren't you? Not often I get visitors. Say, how are you finding Harl Springs? That's my best tiny voice. We are big. I don't get a lot of big folk around here due to the salamanders. But say, are you one of those exiles Keldra told me about? If so, I could use some help. we are here to help people. Wonderful! When I was moving here, an owlitch swooped in and stole one of my prized possessions, a beautiful heirloom mirror. Please, if you can find the owlitch and return my mirror, I'd be happy to reward you. I don't have a squill, but I do have a legendary sword. I would love to hear about your sword. My grandmother was a knight of the court. She bequeathed me her greatsword, Foe Splitter. Return the mirror and you may have it in exchange. I'm in. Rix gets an RP point for that. We finally had one to gain. So what's up with Harl Springs? Yes, I've just moved in not long ago. Got quite a bit of help from Keldra at Clipton. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's write some stuff down. Keldra at Clipton is helpful. Also, Owlitch has mirror for sprite. Turn in to get Foe Splitter legendary sword. S-word. Alright. She can find you just about anything. Well, I just love the view here, although I could live without the salamanders. Have we got some news for you? They're almost all dead. There's probably like a brood mother or something that we have to go fight, but they're almost all dead. So, yay to population! I love destroying habitats. Woohoo! And that feels like as good a time as any to call it for the day. That is our stream time allotment for the day. That was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Hopefully you did as well. If you did, I don't actually have like a camera to go look at right now because, well, all my cameras are in use. If you enjoyed that, let me know. Like, in whatever way you can. Give a follow here on Twitch, do some likes and subscribes and whatever else you want to do over on YouTube. Comment on the video. Also, everything... Sorry, that's not the thing. Everything I do here on Twitch... I skipped a step. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, if you want to see more. On Mondays, I stream at 1 p.m. US and Canada Pacific Time. I stream Pal World at 10:30 p.m. That stream's kind of in flux. I have been doing a little bit of Pal World and a little bit of Arydia. It used to be Marvel Legendary, but I'm taking a hiatus from that because it wasn't really doing it for the viewers. I didn't want to burn myself out on it either. On Wednesdays at 1 p.m. I stream more Pal World, and at Fridays at 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. I stream Arydia, The Paths We Dare Tread. That's the game you just watched. Everything I do is recorded here on Twitch as a video on demand and then exported to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel description somewhere down below. And if you are on YouTube already, hello! Thanks for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. And I use your viewership as a metric to gauge what things people want to actually see me do. So, if you want to see more of Arydia, you gotta go watch it, Otherwise, I'm talking to myself. Which, don't get me wrong, I do hope to finish this whole game on stream, because it's just a game I hope to finish in general. But also, I'd love to actually have viewership for it too. That is it. Yeah, that's it. So, everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting and chatting, thanks for following, subscribing, liking, all the other good stuff you do both here on Twitch and over on YouTube, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.